Hey there! If you're watching this video, you might be a friend or a loved one who noticed my Facebook or Instagram story to check out my podcast channel. Or perhaps you're a new visitor discovering this video and my channel for the very first time. Let me introduce myself. I am Angelo Palisada, a Filipino grade 12 student in the HUMSS strand, currently in my second semester and gearing up to graduate high school soon. I started this channel as part of a culminating project for my school, but I believe it can become so much more than that. My goal is to make a meaningful impact on you, the viewer, and I truly appreciate your support as we embark on this endeavor together. Now that we have the introduction out of the way, I would like to explain my inspiration for starting this channel as part of my culminating project. In 11th grade, during the 2023 to 2024 school year, I wrote and successfully defended a research paper where I examined the significance of traditional journalism and journalists in the Philippines, especially considering the growing impact of social media and citizen journalism. Additionally, the paper looks into the possibility of interaction and coexistence between these two journalism forms, as well as the debated credibility and trustworthiness of news shared on social media, especially with the rise of artificial intelligence, which has become increasingly less complicated for individuals with questionable intentions to create fabricated and outrageous reports. If you're interested in the full content of my 11th grade research paper, I've included a link to it in the description. I encourage you to study it after watching this video. As for this channel's introductory video, we will be focusing merely on the study's methodology, findings, and conclusions based on those findings. In the methodology section of our research papers, it was essential to identify specific populations for collecting raw data. I chose to focus on Generation Z Filipinos residing in Project 8, Quezon City, my community, spanning ages 15 to 20 and 21 to 27, resulting in a total sample size of 72. My goal was to gather first-hand insights from my peers, as I am confident they possess strong and significant views on media literacy and the prevalence of misinformation on social media in the Philippines. Once I established my target population, I implemented a Google form to collect data from individuals fitting my research criteria. I successfully gathered 72 responses, which reflects the diversity of opinions within this group. Moving on, I will now present the perspectives gathered based on 4 of the key questions addressed in my study. The key questions include: Number 1. Question number 13. Do you think traditional journalism is no longer relevant these days? If yes or no, why? This question is open-ended. Number 2. Question number 6. Is traditional news more trustworthy than social media news? This question is closed. Number 3. Question 12. Do you think social media is the new journalism? If yes or no, why? This question is open-ended. And number 4. Question number 14. Do you believe that anybody can become a journalist? If yes or no, why? This question is open-ended. First, regarding question number 13, the survey reveals that a significant majority of 76.4% assert that traditional journalism remains relevant in today's society, while only 22.2% deem it obsolete. A mere 1.4% reported uncertainty about their views on this topic. Moving to question number 6. When comparing traditional journalism and social media journalism, an overwhelming 93.1% of respondents agreed that traditional journalism is more trustworthy, leaving only 6.9% who disagreed. For question number 12, regarding the notion that social media represents a new form of journalism, a vast majority of 73.6% support this idea as an inevitable evolution within the news industry, while 19.4% disagree. A small 7% remain neutral on the matter. Finally, in response to question number 14, about whether anyone can become a journalist, a majority of 58.3% confidently believe that anyone can acquire the necessary skills for the profession. In contrast, 38.9% disagreed. A minority of 1.4% found it difficult to answer definitely, while another 1.4% opined that some individuals may be inherently suitable for journalism. Finally, I will now reveal a summary of my study's conclusions based on the findings I've gathered from my sample size. Based on the extensive data collected from my target population, I've confidently drawn the following conclusions in my paper. A significant number of respondents expressed a strong belief that traditional journalism continues to hold a prominent position in today's rapidly evolving news landscape. Most participants unequivocally regarded social media journalism as an unreliable source for critical news and information compared to traditional journalism. Furthermore, most individuals in the sample population recognized social media as a viable pathway to transitioning from traditional reporting methods for delivering valuable news. Importantly, a substantial portion of those surveyed asserted that acquiring the essential skills and knowledge to become a professional journalist is achievable for anyone committed to the pursuit. Now that I've laid the groundwork for this channel and shared my inspiration for creating it, I want to wrap up this video by outlining the exciting content you can expect from me in the future. This YouTube podcast is set to feature engaging analysis and commentary episodes that will dive deep into the fraudulent and deceitful practices rampant on Philippine social media. I'll be tackling issues like the inaccurate reporting of critical information, the exploitation for events for personal gain, and the fabrication of stories designed to sway public opinion. Each episode is designed not only to expose these problems, but also to offer actionable guidance and advice to combat these dishonest online activities. With this project, my goal is to empower audiences of all ages in the Philippines, and potentially reach an international audience, with the knowledge and skills needed to recognize and challenge the spread of misinformation and other manipulative tactics on social media. This initiative champions the responsible use of online platforms and aims to cultivate a more informed society, particularly among Generation Z. Expect this podcast content to extend across Shorts, Instagram, and Facebook as well. So keep an eye out for those updates soon. And that wraps up my introduction to the podcast channel. If you've made it to the end of this video, I hope I've sparked your interest in my upcoming content. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you want to stay in the loop with every episode, I suggest you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss anything. Also, make sure to follow my Instagram and Facebook pages to stay updated on all things related to this podcast. I'm genuinely excited about the future of this channel, and I invite you to join me for the journey ahead. This has been Angelo Palisada from iTEM Inspection, signing off.